Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here getting ready to really tackle some work in the temperate forest area today. And I already have some really awesome upgrades to show off to you guys. I'm so excited. And there's butterflies everywhere. If only my pockets were emptier and I had butterfly jars. I would definitely catch those butterflies and give them away as gifts to my friends. Look at all the butterflies on the Wisteria Cafe. They must really love it over there because this entire cafe where the entire roof is made out of beautiful purple wisteria flowers. That's just gorgeous. And also check it out. Lily is currently sitting on her statue, which is right over here next to the lily pad bridge, named after Lily Girl right there. She always sits on that statue whenever we come over here, and I think it's pretty darn hilarious. Look at her wag her little tail, and look at all these butterflies. Beautiful. But yes, so today, my friends, we not only have some awesome sweet treats to go snag from our mailbox later, as a thank you from our sugar fairy, Nene. She has dropped off so much sugar so we can make so many things for our picnic baskets. We also have tons of awesome food that we made in Zoo Kitchen yesterday to put into our picnic baskets. We have the wool that we gathered from the wild sheep that we saw in our adventure earlier in the week. And we have some really awesome upgrades to the red wolf exhibit I want to show off. I'm pretty darn excited. Not to mention, we're also going to try to work on the black bear exhibit a little bit today. So we've got a lot planned. So without further ado, look at this. Oh my gosh, I love the new red wolf exhibit. It's not really the exhibit is new. I just updated some of the fencing and I am so in love with it. It just looks fantastic. So you guys may wonder, what brought this on, Seri? Well, Ben was telling me about this new mod that we have put on the server called the Architect mod, and that I should try it out. And he showed me some really cool things that he did with upgrading my Asian forest area. I gave him permission to kind of tweak around with a couple of the exhibits. They were amazing, absolutely amazing, because they utilized these beautiful new windows. Check these out. They're so easy to make too. The architect bench, oh my gosh, I put it together just to see if I could fiddle with it and try to make it work. It's actually super easy. It's this thingy doodle right here, and all you do is you snag like your material of choice that you want to make the different like architect piece out of, and then you select the blueprint you want. And in this case, I picked oak wood, and I stuck a whole bunch of oak wood in and cut out window frames. And so then you get a whole bunch of window frames, and you can do corner pieces, and you can do like little million pieces, I guess, if you want to be super fancy. And then you put them inside of or on top of your exhibit. Oh, and then there's also this little hammer, so if you have to turn the pieces, that's how you turn the pieces. And I love putting down paths and fencing, but they're pretty easy peasy things to do, so I don't expect you guys to sit around while I do that. It's kind of hard to be like, yeah, we're really putting this fencing down right here. Woo, I hope the red wolves don't escape. So that's one of the things I just always do off camera, is kind of put down paths and put down fencing. And I really love this new style of fencing. I think it's amazing. You can actually see our red wolves now, and it just looks so good. It's so upgraded. This is really what I want to aspire for all of our exhibits to kind of look like. Very updated and fresh, and to hopefully have a lot of really great enrichment items in there for our animals, but also easy for you to be able to see the animals too. And when we were just using this fencing, there were a couple issues with that. One, you couldn't really see Maple's adorable, beautiful little eyes there. Maple, our red wolf. Oh, and I need to also, Tate, watch out. There you go. No, Tate, that's the opposite of where I wanted you to go. We need to put in some carpenter's doors here now instead of just this gate. But it used to just be like this 1 block high stuff. And I have to admit, there were some security issues. Wondering, oh, thank you, Fur. You've let me scoop your poop up. Wonderful. I'm just going to smack this over here. All right, didn't fertilize any plants into popping up. But you had to wonder about security issues of the red wolves potentially escaping their exhibit, and I'm no longer worried about that with everything set up like this, because this just looks great. See, like here's an example of how it used to look over here, and it just looks like the wolves could climb right out if they wanted to. They could just kind of, oh, well, right here, they actually could climb right out if they wanted to. Didn't know that was a problem. Maybe I have an extra fence block inside of the keeper station. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that was that easy. Maybe I should try to escape my animal exhibits more often. Oh good, we have some extra hedge fencing. Let's just go ahead and put that down now. But so we've solved the security issue, and then the other thing was you really couldn't see them very easily, because you come up and let's see, oh, and I just got the pretty achievement. I always feel so happy when I get that. There we go. All right, much better. Now you guys are secured. Much, much better. But you couldn't really see them when you were trying to like look at them. So you can't even see Spruce, even though he's technically, yeah, now he notices that could have been an exit. Well, I'm really glad we fixed that then. But you can't really see Spruce, even though he's like literally right in front of us. And that kind of bugged me about this setup, but I really love the hedge fencing. This is a perfect meeting of the two, if you ask me. Because you can actually see Maple, and you can see her over here in the exhibit. And 1 second, because I think my beloved Chips just set the fire alarms off again. You guys, I just want you to know how much I love you. Because I have spent the last 3 hours of tonight trying to get the hour-long zoo crafting ready to go out sometime in the middle of the night, late at night, and everything keeps happening, Lily. Everything you can imagine keeps happening. I had to make sure that we got the red wolf thing done, so I was fooling around with the mod for the first time. Also, there's more details I'll show off to you guys shortly. But then, you know, just little things happen, server hiccups, checking in on people. Oh my goodness. And why am I telling you all of this? Why am I breaking the wonderful immersion, Alia, of being... Oh, I've got hiccups. I'm so distressed of being a really excited zookeeper because the fire alarms weren't going off tonight, Alia, because Chips burned the corn in the oven. We didn't think he burned the corn, and he really didn't. We just thought, oh, well, I guess our fire alarms are just a little bit sensitive. Turns out he didn't burn the corn. No, the fire alarms were malfunctioning, and they all malfunctioned for the last 20 minutes. My head is still going, breep, breep, breep. That's right, Alia, breep. Really loud in my ears. Oh my goodness. So our fire alarms were malfunctioning. We put in an emergency like help request because they weren't stopping. My birds are freaking out. My head is still spinning from the noise. It's like 11:35 p.m. at night. We put in a service request, and you know what they told us to do, Alia, until they can come and take care of it in the morning? They told us to just rip them out of the walls. So we did, because they wouldn't stop, and they're synced for the entire house. So all of the ones in the house were going off. Weep, 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 weep. Poor Seri. Poor me, Lily. Poor me, Tate. Poor me, Alia. So that's been a night, and we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna have fun. We are gonna make sure that we take care of our temperate forest area. We are gonna get to work on the bear exhibit. I'm gonna show you guys my ivy. I got some of the variegated ivy from our little forest or our little plant collection. Oh, and thank you very much, Summer, because maybe this poo will turn into something pretty. I'm gonna put it right here. Summer, your poo turned into a lot of grass. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my goodness. It's been a day, and I'm really happy to be here. So I'm gonna calm down and get over the bleep, bleep, bleep by showing you guys what I did in the red wolf exhibit. And I did add some extra little corner blocks. I added these, by the way, little overhangs, little viewing areas so that you can come up. They're like these are pretty cool. So what I did was just put the birch fencing that was on the bottom on the top instead to kind of soften how it looks to have the top of the window right there. And I really, really, really love these windows. They're just fantastic. Look, we can look at Maple up close now. I really love that. I really love that you can see so many of the details and so many pieces of the landscaping, which I actually want to update that we did here inside of the red wolf exhibit. We could probably add like slopes to the side of the waterfall so it kind of falls together a little bit nicer. We could probably cover it in lily pads too. I really love that idea. In fact, I think we can actually get lily pads from the elven gardener Ashland. Hello, Ashland. How are you? Yeah, we might come over and get some lily pads from Ashland in a little bit and then be able to turn them into beautiful decor. Beautiful decor. My pointy ears? Well, let's just say I'm not from around here. I know, right, Elven Ashland? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get started for the day. I just really wanted to show you guys the little viewing area, and yeah, sometimes stuff happens. And Seri still wants to make everything happen in our zoo because we're gonna get some stuff done. But I also added another little viewing spot right here. I didn't put the ivy over because it's meant to be more of like an official viewing spot. But you can see spruce from over here. You can kind of see close to the den. And I did clear this up. I'm thinking about taking out this tree so that you can have a view of the den. And these are pretty used to human wolves, so I think it'll be okay. And then we'll have a nice view of the den, and whenever their mom comes out, so let's go in and check on her right now. Whenever Meadow decides to come out, hi, sweetie, and Redwood. You guys are hanging out inside of your den. I love it. Oh, are you guys getting ready to have another litter of puppies? Because I think that would be amazing. Another litter of wolf pups, because we need to release their children. Their children are now old enough to be dispersal wolves to go find mates of their own, as we know from our hundreds of episodes of Wolf Quest we've also done. And I am going to eventually figure out like where I'm going to peck away at a forest that we will turn into our national forest. I really like the area that we found. Oh, look, there's our temple. I really love this area for becoming kind of like a bear forest. So maybe we'll turn some of this forest next to it into like the red wolf forest, and we'll just kind of designate this area as a national like forest area that we can release a bunch of our animals that we breed into. I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I really love the new fencing. It's absolutely fantastic. It makes the whole area look so much more professional, and I put it over here for our deer so you can actually see our deer quite a bit better. I'm thinking about Fluffy Mittens, you're still in there. I'm actually thinking about taking out this tree so it's even easier to see more of our white-tailed deer. I think that may be a really good idea, and then you'd have a better view of the beautiful American goldfinches that are also hanging out in the tree back there, and I really love that. Oh, and look at all the butterflies fly overhead. Adelaide, it's so beautiful here. I just love it. And you can see some of the goldfinches hiding up in that tree too, and a butterfly just flying by. Oh, I love that. That's just so fantastic. And then I also made a little path over here for where we are going to have our educator, because I have learned if I put a path down, I will actually build something over there. I don't know why. I'm very sensitive to the fact of like, there's a path here. Okay, I'm going to put my red wolf educator right here, and they'll have their little red wolf like diagrammas. Maybe we'll have some plushies. We could sell red wolf plushies. That would be so cute. I would really love that. All right. And then, whoa! Our queen bee is already done, and this queen bee actually produced a lot of wax combs and a couple bee grubs. So we did hide our queen bees around a couple days ago all over the place. And let's go ahead, bee grubs over here. Queen bee, she's already been used up and turned into royal jelly. And we'll go ahead and see, you cannot turn a queen bee that's fully vitalized and alive and ready to go into jelly, so don't worry. So now we have a brand new queen bee. She has now had a daughter. So now we've collected up a teeny bit of honey, and we will be able to get some sugar from that. And I actually do want to build a big, beautiful honeycomb area. And that's actually going to be, I've already started clearing a path away behind. This is where the black bear exhibit's going to be. And then there's a little path that we're going to have to a field over here that's perfect for putting tons of flowers in. The more flowers you add, the faster the honeybees will actually lay their honey. And I don't know if you can stick a hopper under a honeybee hive and have it actually pull the honey out. I don't think you can. That would be really cool if it did work. So we might try it out, but that's an idea. That's an idea. I know you can at least put a hopper under a presser, so we can go ahead and put a bunch of honeycombs into a presser, and it will sort the honeycombs into honey, and then it will send it down into the hopper, down into a chest. So we're going to be building that as like the honeybee hive area. So one of our main beekeeping farms is actually going to be just up that way, and that's going to be so much fun. But all right, I've chit-chatted enough today. Let's go ahead. Alia, come along, my dear. Come on. There you go. Good girl, Alia. All right, Lily, come on, Lily girl. Let's go ahead and we're going to put in the picnic. Oh, maple summer. Hi, you two. We're going to put in the meals that we have for the picnic pickup shack, because we made a lot of fantastic new food over in our kitchen in Zoo Kitchen yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and, ironically, on the whole note of like my fire alarms going off so much, some of the food we made is actually Chips's crispy corn cobs. And we made these because we thought originally, before the whole kerfuffle a few minutes ago happened with the fire alarms, that Chips had accidentally set off the fire alarms for the very first time since we moved here by making the corn cobs in the oven too crispy. And actually, no, it turns out they were malfunctioning, but we still have Chips's crispy corn cobs to celebrate the occasion. And I definitely need to keep a couple. I forgot to put away some of the food like I normally do, so we keep the name. So I'll have to make sure I keep a couple, Lily. All right, let me go ahead and come down here. I have no room in here, guys. I have no room anywhere. What am I going to do? I guess I can put this poo on the ground. There we go. Oh, it did turn into flowers. All right. And then, to be honest, I feel like I need to find a stream or a creek or something now to wash my hands, because I'm about to handle picnic food. Ooh, this is a good point, Adelaide. This is a very good point in the fact that maybe I need to make some proper investments in some restrooms. I hadn't thought about that, but like restrooms and bathrooms so you can like wash your hands. What if you could get like water from a sink there? What if I could set it up so there was like an invisible NPC that you could just get like glasses of water from? That could be really cool. That could be really, really neat. How do I get out? I don't want to be a deer. I don't want to be trapped in here forever. All right. Thank you, Adelaide. All right, so let's go ahead and get a move on, and I will show you guys the picnic stuff that we put together for the picnic pickup shack, which needs more food. I'm so excited. We're getting there. We're getting there at filling all of this out. So yesterday we made some corn on the cob for Chips's crispy corn cobs, and we also made some cornbread, and I'm going to call these cornbread mini muffins. And we also made some jam that you can put on top of the cornbread, and that is the Hidden Forest strawberry jam. And I really love that idea. I was thinking about like, what if these strawberries are from deep within the forest? And so this is the Hidden Forest strawberry jam, a very rich, kind of darker undertones to the strawberry jam than normal. We also just have some normal plain Jane popcorn. We have some raisins to go in as little snacks. I guess we need more drinks, don't we? Huh? And then we've also got, let's see, the pesky spring green salads. And we made a whole bunch of salads to kind of balance out all of the other snacks and things we were making. We have the rabbit's nibble salad. We have the dandelion wild green salads. And we have the fresh tossed tomato salads. So I really love all the different food names and all the things that we come up with. So we're going to sprinkle these inside of here in just a second. And then we also need to get out the wool. Finally, we'll be able to put down... Finally, we will be able to put down the actual picnic blankets at our picnic pickup shop. I am so excited. So we're going to move these up here, and then the bee grub will go here, and I'm just overflowing. I know, I'm overflowing with so much stuff. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff to deal with, but we'll get there eventually. All right, puppies, you guys doing good? Okay, puppies are doing good. So let's go ahead, and here's a path. I actually did put a little path down to help guide me. Like I said, once I put paths down, then you know I'm serious about something. All right, everybody, you guys be good. Why don't you go ahead and sit for just a second so you don't pick up the wool that I have to break to like put it down in the right spot. And we are going to, once we open up the carpenter's shop and be able to get some more furniture from her, we're actually going to collect more of those wooden benches, and we will be sprinkling them over here later. But for now, we're just going to have the picnic blankets, and then we will later, probably in a special episode, make the Devincing like ketchup and mustard and napkin holder that I want to have. All right, but for now, we'll go ahead, one corner of a blanket here, and we're just going to make like little, there we go, just little 3x3 spots where you can come over, you can sit down. Maybe I should do it with the white being the dominant one, but I feel like it just looks better. There we go. When the red wool. Yeah, look at that. We actually have real picnic blankets. I'm so happy. Okay, and then we'll put down another picnic blanket right here. And we'll kind of decorate the area as time goes on with flowers and other things. Oh, I'm so excited. This is everything I've wanted to do. And we're actually getting it done, even though my little heart is still pounding from the weep, weep, weep. I guess that's a good point, though. If I had a forest fire here, how would I defeat a forest fire? Like, I'm torn between this being zoo crafting, saying, of course I would have a fire station. Maybe a fire station who would kind of be like a Twin Bark Town reference, because we had a really cool fire station and a firekeeper in Twin Bark Town, our animal rescue roleplay series. But then part of me is like, this is zoo crafting. We would have a weather mage. So I love the diversity of what we can do. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Any fewer... And I'm not sure if we would have been able to make as many picnic blankets as I wanted. I think 3 picnic blankets is a perfect number for now. Let me look at this. 3 picnic blankets. Maybe I should move them a little bit. And then we can also make little decorative. Maybe I should move one down just a teensy bit. Like move it over here instead. Or even move it further down. Like right down here maybe. Huh. Like right there. I think maybe... Yeah, give everybody a little bit more breathing room so they're not sitting on top of each other. Because, you know, if somebody's eating some, like, relish or some sort of smelly onion dish, maybe you don't want to be sniffing their smelly onion dish. All right, and let's try flipping this. Maybe we'll make it a little different. How does that look? Or does that throw off my mojo? It throws off my mojo. I know it shouldn't. I know it's silly, but it does. All right. And then there's actually picnic baskets that we can make with with the DecoCraft mod. And we might put those down in a little bit. There we go. Wonderful. Yay. All right. Finally. So that part's done. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more space between everything. Woo! So that's what we needed the red wool for, Lily, Tate, and Alia. Oh my gosh. I had so much in here. I had more than I needed after all. Oh gosh, I feel really silly. And I guess I can go ahead and I'm going to put these torches down for now. And we will replace the torches with some other types of lighting sources later. Oh gosh, I thought that was like the glowing red eyes of a spider staring at me, but it's just a cherry. Just a forest cherry that I can pick. And actually there's some delicious looking forest cherries up here too that I wanted to collect because we can use those forest cherries in our picnic baskets. And then let's see, let's go ahead and move this and move this and move this. And then there we go. Now I've used up those torches. And cherries! All right, forest cherries! You guys will make a great snack in our picnic baskets too. I should be able to finish our picnic baskets, hopefully by now. Oh, and I'm getting really hungry. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and eat. Let's have some cornbread and jam. So we're going to have the cornbread mini muffins. And we're going to have a little bit of the Hidden Forest strawberry jam and a cherry. Why shouldn't we enjoy the fruits of our labor, so to say? All right, and then let's hop down. I can't believe this picnic place has taken me so long, but I'm really proud of it. All right, so let's go ahead and fill up the picnic baskets just with some of the random things we've got. Not a grub though. I'm not going to give somebody a grub. That would be a little bit much if you ask me. We'll give them 3 ears of corn on the cob. There's the Yutsu candy. And then maybe some cornbread muffins. So we'll give them like 6 cornbread muffins in here. And then what else do we have? Not the grub. I keep reaching for the grub. Like, no, Seri, don't do it. Fresh tossed tomato salad. I think that a few of those would be good. And there'll be different quantities of food in a lot of these. In fact, maybe we'll do like 2 stacks of cornbread muffins. Oh yeah, and then we want a few jams. So maybe 3 jams to go. That should be 3 jam to spread on, 6 cornbread muffins should be enough. And then anything else? Maybe like 2 cherries. And then I think they need a drink in here. So we might need to make some drinks of some kind. Oh, I guess, do I have my presser? I do. I have my juicer, you guys. Yay! I can actually solve this problem right here, right now by making cherry juice. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So then we'll just go ahead and grab our picnic basket. And now we've got a couple cherry juice that we can add in. Maybe just 1 cherry juice. I've got to be a little more frugal because I only have so many things. We've completed a picnic basket. Yay! Oh my gosh. I feel so accomplished. It only took forever. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. So we can fill these out pretty quickly now that I've got the hang of it. And then we'll change what kind of food is available in each picnic basket as time goes on. And we might have like meals that have been sitting around for a while that will clear out as well. So we'll do some of those. This one might have a few more things. They'll have different quantities, and then people will just kind of have to be honest and be like, well, I think I should pay this much for that, or I think I should pay this much for that. All right. And then how about the dandelion? Let's do more of what about the fresh tossed tomato salad again? I think that sounds really good. So this will be more of a bigger meal if you want to like split something with somebody. And then if you're going to have like more than 1 person, we'll do some cherry juice there. And a second completed picnic basket. Oh, so much better. So I won't make you guys sit through all of this. Oh yeah, I forgot about the pecan pie that we snagged a little bit ago. I won't make you guys sit through all of this, but I do like, let's see, pesky spring green salad. I'm just really happy because I really enjoy cooking, and I'm really glad that we get to do such fun things like cooking like this and then sharing it together as a community too. This looks like it could use some nuts if you ask me. So maybe I'll pick some like fresh nuts of some kind and put in like some walnuts or pecans that we can put into this picnic basket. But yeah, I'll go ahead and leave the food in here and kind of put away the rest of the food. at another time because I won't make you guys have to watch that, but I really love this. So now you get the basic idea of how it works and how you can come over and you can find delicious food, and then you can go ahead and leave what you feel is a fair payment inside of the little chest right over here. This is going to be where you can pay, and that should be really fun. I might make it so like you put the payment in and then maybe it'll drop into a hopper and it'll be like in a little safe. That might be a fun way to do things too. So our picnic area, as simple as it is finally getting along. I'm so happy. Is there anything else? I have giraffe link sub sandwiches I could share with everybody. I'll go ahead and keep maybe 2 for myself, and then I could put some of those in there too. And then there's just things like I could even just leave a broccoli. Some of it's going to be sort of random. Strawberries, mushroom. We can roast the coffee beans and make like coffee. You know, you can just leave some of the things kind of at random. It's not like it has to be a completed meal, but I guess I'm not going to give somebody like a raw egg or a raw fish. That's true. But maybe like a handful of blackberries and huckleberries might be something that you get if you come over and you just are kind of like grabbing at random. All right, so let's come over. I can put those away, and I'll toss those in later too. And then in a pinch, I can make some more juice with my fantastic juicer. I totally forgot we had that juicer until just now. Woo! So the picnic area is going to be completed. I'm so relieved. All right, Alia, Tate, Lily, let's see. What else are we going to work on today? I do want to pop by the house at some point. I left Aster Seed up there. Darn it. Gosh darn it. But, oh, and here's one of our honeybees. She's doing really good. Yes. All right, wax combs. Wow, she's had a lot of bee grubs. We will definitely rotate out. See, it looks like she has so much health left, but apparently she's all used up. I don't know. I'm going to leave her in here and see if she does anything. So we're going to leave her alone for a little while. But we'll get lots of honey collected up as time goes on. And maybe we can give the honey to our black bears as a little gift. Yes, the black bears. Tate. All right, come along, puppies. So let's go ahead and we will work on the black bear exhibit for a minute because I do want to do some exhibit work today. And I've been planning this. I just didn't expect to get my poor little heart nearly stopped by the bwah, and then there's a snake. By the bleep, bleep, bleep of the alarm going off. So I'm totally like distracted now. And the sun is going to be rising any second. But man, it's so beautiful at night here. Oh, it really is. And actually, speaking of night, I learned when I was doing research for the black bear exhibit, black bears have a special name called crepuscular. Okay, I can't pronounce it for the life of me right now. But basically, they generally forage for food at twilight, which I thought was very interesting. I thought they would kind of spend like the afternoon, I guess, because they're big and the afternoon is nice and warm, looking for food. But black bears specifically look for food at twilight, Lily. All right, and then Tate is proving the reason why we will be redoing the water snake exhibit. Tate, for crying out loud, don't fall into the water snake exhibit. They're non-venomous, but it's still just rude because we do have some easy ways to accidentally walk into it right now. Oh, and then actually this log reminds me, one of the big things I want to do for our black bear exhibit, and let's go ahead and just start like clearing stuff away. Oh gosh, this is a nice new shovel. Goodness gracious. But one of the really fun things I want to do for our black bear exhibit is actually build a gigantic log. I think it was the Knoxville Zoo. I was looking at black bear exhibits from zoos in the United States to kind of get like some inspiration for what we could do. And the Knoxville Zoo had this huge, just gigantic log, like bigger than life-size log easily. I don't even think if you turned a redwood on its side, it would look like that. And it was really awesome. And so it was kind of like a big log the black bears could play in. So I want to build one of those for our black bears. So that's definitely going to happen. And we need to see what level I need to build the black bear exhibit at. So the path comes up here. And then I want to be able to climb over here. So, woo, oh my gosh, this new shovel. Wow, talk about having the tools for the job, you guys. What a zip-a-doo that was. Oh my goodness. That's a really fast shovel. I did not expect that. All right, watch out, puppies. The ground just like disappears. Wow, I feel kind of powerful right now. Wow, look at me. Look at me. Oh my gosh. This is like Super Mole, the shovel. This is amazing. So that was easy. Holy moly. Having an efficiency shovel really makes the job easy. Wow. That's definitely, like I said, that's definitely a lesson in having the right tools for a job. All right. Ooh, and we even got some more of the little shells. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. Wow. This thing, it doesn't mess around. You just kind of look at some dirt and it just pops the dirt away. Awesome. All right, so just as I thought, we should have more space cleared to be able to walk up to the black bear exhibit. It vanished, so that was really cool. All right, and then we'll have the black bear exhibit right over here. And I'm thinking you can come and like walk maybe right up here. And this is where things are going to get interesting. I want this part, we'll kind of hollow this out a little bit like a little cave. But I want this part to be where you can walk in. Oh, look at all the shell pieces we're finding. I can give them to my friends as presents because I think these shells are some of the most amazing things. They're so pretty. But we're going to have a cave over here. So this will be the black bear exhibit. And then this part is going to become a cool cave. And you're going to be able to look over into the black bear exhibit from a tunnel that we're going to build back here. And inside the tunnel, I actually want to have it. Let me move this. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to actually be doing some work on clearing areas for our zoo. But inside of this tunnel, what I want to do is I want to have deeper caves that will have cave paintings using divinsing. So you can come in and you can add your own cave paintings. We'll have a whole bunch of clay already pre-prepared, like maybe a whole bunch of lapis and other gemstones. We might even pre-cut the divinsing pieces so that all you have to do is just come into the cave and then you can pick like an empty section of the wall and add a cool cave painting. And we'll try to have some books so that people could add a little story about their cave painting. How many of you guys remember season 1, which was about 2 years ago, which sort of blows my mind, when we had cave paintings? And I really, really loved that. So we're going to do the cave paintings again with divinsing, and we're going to let people go ahead and add in their own cave paintings when they come to visit here. So once one of the caves fills up with cave paintings, we'll go ahead and open up a new one. And then over on this side, you're going to be able to turn and you're going to be able to see a whole bunch of windows where you can see the black bear. And I'm going to try to make it so that this is like kind of an open cave. So you'll have patches that will just come through with the sunlight coming down, and it'll have bushes growing overhead and logs arching overhead. And I might devent some beautiful like arched logs. So we're going to make things really, really pretty, like roots that'll sort of spread over and the sunlight will just sort of fall between the roots. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that as well. So I think we're just going to go ahead. We have my shovel. I think I have, moss slugger. I knew I had a moss slugger somewhere. All right. And I think I might need to make a chest really quickly just to store all of this dirt in, because believe it or not, that dirt is going to be extremely useful. The dirt can be used to find fossils. So we can use the dirt to find fossil pieces. All right. Let's go ahead, come over here, and we're going to expand if I can. Go over there for a second, Brussels sprouts. We're going to go ahead and expand our chest and just throw all of the random things in here. I really love it. I love having all of these random items because you never know what I might be able to give my friends as gifts. So it looks like we're looking at alpine thistles, extra wool, and some bee grubs as gifts right now. Who wouldn't want those things? Never say Seri can't give interesting gifts because they're surely unique. I can definitely say that. All right. Puppies are fed. I do have some torches. Wonderful. And let's keep working. So we're going to dive in. Okay, I'm just going to put this right here. And we do have moss slugger, so things will go a little bit faster because I do want it to kind of come just along this area. There we go. And then we're back over here. Wonderful. And then I know Alia. Alia's like, wow, we haven't been caving in forever. What's going on? We're actually building an exhibit, Alia. That's what's going on. All right. And then we'll keep going. There we go. All right. And we'll just see where we pop out the other side. I'm not really sure. Aha. Are we already to the other side? Maybe. Oh, we are. There we go. So this is where it would pop out on the other side of the exhibit. Almost. I want the exhibit to go probably all the way back to this point. So this is I'll put down some cobblestone to sort of mark off the goal point of the end of the black bear exhibit. Yeah, right about here is where I want the black bear exhibit to end. So it'll be a good sized one, but the black bears deserve no less. They deserve to have a really nice big exhibit. I even want to have like a teeny little waterfall coming down from over there that they can swim in if they so choose to. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with clearing some of this out. There's also some fossils, so I'll have to get out my fossil pick in just a second. We can play with those fossils. So that should be nice. And then I guess this could be, yeah, that's what I wanted. A few spots where we could sort of clear things away and you could just look up and you could see like the sun, and you could see the bottom of tree roots. So what I'll do is I'll make some devincing root pieces that'll sort of crisscross overhead, kind of like if you've seen Slime Rancher. I know that's sort of an odd thing to talk about, but that's where I draw like some of my inspiration. Kind of, oh look, Tate's up there too. Hey buddy, I hope you're having a good time. But kind of like if you've seen Slime Rancher, the moss blanket sort of looks, where it's got like all of these overarching green pieces where you can just look up and you can see the leaves and the roots and everything. Oh Tate, when did you get down here? Oh my goodness. Kind of hanging out together. All right, and then let's see. Now we need to actually clear some of the black bear exhibit out. So let's come up here. All right, there we go. Moss slugger, there we go. Much faster. And then we'll clear this away. Maybe clear this away. Good. All right, and then we can make it a little bit lower, but I do want to make sure we can see the black bear. So how far do I have to go to see my cave now? Hello? Oh geez, you have to go a little bit to be able to see the cave. So we could actually give the black bear quite a bit more room kind of towards this end. So maybe you can like step in. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a fun idea. Where you could kind of like step in right here. And then we'll put the window on the second block. So it's sort of like a little inlet where you can walk in and look closer at the black bear. So that should be fun. And then I think I'll just do this. There we go. This is going to be so much fun, you guys. Good, 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 good. And I think we'll lower this for the black bear and cover everything in dirt. And then we'll make a big, gigantic log. And I do want to leave the ground uneven in some places and maybe kind of sink. There we go. Kind of sink the exhibit into the ground a little bit. So I think what I'll do... Oh, there's some barrel shards. Those are always pretty. Like this part will be even. And then I think once we get over here, barrel shards, they're so pretty. Look at these. And you can turn them into these beautiful gemstones, which I think are just so pretty. And then you can turn the gemstones into like this really pretty jewelry. I actually want to make kind of like a new little texture for this jewelry because it's so lovely. Oh gosh. All right. There's actually a jewelry mod out there, but I don't think it's really compatible with our stuff, unfortunately, which would have been so cool. And we can actually leave this. So this will be like a nice little play spot, I think, for the bears, where they can just come up and sort of play with these bones. So, all right, let me go ahead and get some grass spreading. Oh, we don't have a silk pick or a silk touch pick, so we can't really grab grass easily, like grass blocks anymore. Phooey, Alia, phooey, Tate. There's a lot of things that really add up when you don't have the right tools. All right, and then, yeah, so that way the black bear will kind of be, like you can look down and see him kind of playing like over here. And then we'll come along here. I'm going to add in some dirt. And then we can put, like the grass will grow over here eventually. And we can put some nice little bushes right in front of the window. So you can be like, oh, wow, look at the little black bear. He looks like he's having a great time. What a beautiful exhibit. That's my goal. Is that it'll be a perfect exhibit for our black bear ambassador. And maybe they'll make people donate and work on helping to expand our black bear national forest. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to be like dedicated just to black bears, but the forest that we're eventually going to make where we'll be able to add in more black bears. I'm really looking forward to that because then the forest will become an example, kind of like the villages and kind of like all of the zoos, of things that grow over time, primarily due to the community involvement, which I really love. And maybe I can teach you guys lots of cool things about black bears, like the fact that they normally forage around for food at twilight. And also I was really surprised at how much of their diet, like the majority of it, is actually just plants. Like 85% is plants, mostly berries. And they're one of the most important berry seed spreaders. So one of the most important berry pollinators, I guess you could consider it. No, I think there's a special word, and my poor fire alarm addled biologist brain can't remember the special word for a disperser. There we go. One of the most important dispersers for the berries that you can find out there. All right, we're going to keep going over here. There we go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, Lily, look how much progress we're making. Oh, and I love this tunnel where we're going to allow people just to come in and they can walk around. This is going to be fantastic. Let's add a few torches before the tunnel decides to create some guests for me. All right, and this is a huge cave system, or like this is a big area. So we should be able to make like a nice little cave system without running into the surface. Oh my gosh, but we have a natural cave system that we can work with. I forgot about that. And it doesn't go very deep if I remember correctly. It just kind of winds over here and pops this way. That's right. Maybe we could do something fun with this little cave system. That might be kind of cool. This is kind of, was this where we were going to put the hellbender? I don't think that is where we were going to put the hellbender. No, that we were going to put the hellbender like over at the cave system that's right there. You can see the little ravine for it right here. So that's the future hellbender exhibit. Lily and Tate, you appear to have fused back into the original clones that you once upon a time were. That's kind of amusing. Oh man, see, I knew if you guys were patient with me, I would finally get back into the swing of exhibit building, and I'm really feeling it right now. All right, so I think what we'll do is right over here, my friends, we will have a little branch. So you can come down and you can kind of see like the natural cave, and we'll kind of clean it up and make it look pretty interesting. Or you could come this direction and you would be able to see the cave where we'll have the cave paintings. And that could be pretty fun too. And I think we'll make it go down one, like kind of, we'll put some slopes in. We'll put in some stalactites and stalagmites. Oh, wouldn't it be so cool? I know what we should do. We should make it so the stalactites and stalagmites can actually grow new stalactites and stalactites and stalagmites by using a invisible NPC. Just in case you guys need to know the little fancy-pantsy behind the scenes of how we would make that happen. Using an invisible NPC set to a timer over a long period of time. And then if you walk by some of them, how useful would it be if you could occasionally get some new stalactites and stalagmites, kind of the way that limestone will eventually grow and have new stalactites and stalagmites form. I loved teaching cave sciences. It was one of my favorite things when I was a biology teacher. That was so much fun. All right, let's keep going. And we're going to do this. All right, there we go. And we're going to do this. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and we'll make it go down a little bit more and then just kind of like flesh out and open up into a big, beautiful cave where you can do cave paintings. Wonderful, because that's one of the things I've been thinking about is I want to have a lot of attractions to our park, because like getting the free plant sample at Jacob's place, I want to go see Froggy again. I want to take Froggy like some gifts, maybe take Froggy some little frogs that I could catch for her, maybe take her pug some gifts. I want to praise her to the high heavens, and mostly because, well, not mostly, but primarily. Okay, all right, if I'm honest, I want her to give me some more plants. I would love to see more future plant specimens that I could collect from her, and I love that. So I want everybody else to be able to come and have some attractions that they could see at Zoodesia too. And one of the things I was actually thinking about was having like an art studio where we could set up a whole bunch of like dispensing pieces. So if you wanted to make maybe some vases, depending on how you want to pronounce it, or if you wanted to come in and you wanted to make maybe a quilt, like we could have a little quilting area tucked away somewhere in the temperate forest zone. Because I don't know about you guys, but the deep forest, especially up and around the Appalachian area where I lived for so long, really has a lot of quilters in the homesteads that are there, in the farming areas. People quilt, and they would actually often have the side of their barn painted with a quilting symbol to represent what their household was. It was kind of like using family crest, only with quilting squares. And my mom used to quilt too, so I was thinking how fun would it be if not only did we have the like wooden furniture you could get, but you also had like an area where you could make your own little quilt. So I kind of liked that idea. We'll probably work with it a little bit. All right, now I don't want to go too far in, but I do want to make this cave look kind of neat. Maybe one more down. All right, and then we'll turn around in just a second because the cave painting cave is secondary to the black bear exhibit. It's just going to be a future exhibit. Ooh, and there's some fossils. That should make you guys really happy. So we'll look at those fossils in just a second. All right, and then maybe just a teeny bit further. Oh, we gotta be careful. We're running into more fossils. I don't want to use moss slugger on them. I want to make sure we use the fossil pick. And then, yeah, I think we'll try to turn this into sort of like a little spot. Okay, good. And yeah, this is probably good to come in here. So then we'll make kind of like it curves around just a teensy bit. Is it low enough? It should be low enough that we shouldn't run into any problems. Maybe one more for the tunnel leading to where we're going to have the cave painting. Like one more down. There we go. Now I'm feeling more comfortable that we won't run into anything we've already tried to discover. And just watch me like break into a gigantic cavern. Well, I'm like, oh, this is a perfect depth. We don't need to go any further. All right, so then this will be where we'll start having, ooh, we could have it be up around these crystals. Oh, how fun. Yeah, we'll try to work around. Oh no, apparently that was a fossil and I didn't even know it. We'll try to work around some of these crystals because that would be really fun. There we go. And yeah, we'll figure this out from here. Man, it's been so long since we've been properly mining. All right, and let's go ahead and clear out a little bit of space. Peas, bell peppers, soybeans, okra, cobblestone, and more cobblestone that I don't need. Stay over there. Keep back. I want to be able to investigate what these fossils have to offer us. All right, so we are going to open up the fossils with the Fossil Finder 3000, which has Fortune 3 and Paleontology 3 on it. So that should hopefully get us some good fossils. It's been so long since I've cracked open some fossils. Look at that biofossil right off the bat. Biofossil, biofossil, biofossil. This is why the Fossil Finder 3000 is one of the most amazing things ever. Whoop, there we go. Sorry about that little hiccup. All right, and we'll go ahead and break open the fossil finder here. And there we go. So not bad. It managed out of 8 pieces to get us 7 fossils. So that's fantastic. We may have just found some dinosaurs down here in this cave, which would be kind of amazing. But we'll have to look over them later. Oh my goodness. I still get tea leaves and artichokes. What am I going to do with all this? Medium grass. I mean, normally I would care about these, but it's just like a single okra. What am I going to do with a single okra? And just random seeds. Let's put the fossils away. The shards away. I think I have some other barrel shards that we can put those with. And a little coal. Interesting little form of coal. I could have sworn I had other... Oh, they're in the chest. All right, we'll mess around with those in a bit. But yeah, I like this. So we will come in, and I know it looks like a huge mess right now, but we'll have a nice little area where you can come in and you can do some cave painting. Probably make a big cave over there to start with, and then we can have additional branches that can go down as time goes on, or even we might do the cave painting like further in here, because this is actually a nice area for it, to be honest. It's got nice big walls. Yeah, that's kind of the point. If we make it just one more deeper, then what we may want is for the cave paintings to be able to go up. So that might be a good idea. All right, there we go. Ooh, look at all these shells. Oh, I'm a sucker for these shells. You can't even really do anything with them, but I just think they're so pretty. All right, and you know what? That's how most items in the world are if you really think about it. All right, there we go. And we'll clear away this spot. So yeah, this will be one of our future exhibit attractions. So I know quilting thing doesn't sound so exciting, but that's just an example of like being able to come to Zoodesia and being able to do things and take something home back to your base. And I really love that idea. So I'm gonna work on that. We've got a nice little cave painting area. Yeah, this will look good when you come on down. And then maybe we could just have like the arched cave here. And then this wall can be cave painting too. Maybe this wall. And then we can have a little path that can wind down into a new cave once we fill this one up. So that makes me happy. What the heck is this? Tough ore. You can make it into a tough block. I swear I've needed this for something. I just can't remember what. Ooh, and let's see if we have another lucky fossil. We sure enough do. Oh my gosh, there's quite a few of them over here. Goodness gracious. All right, so we've got quite a few biofossils. Watch out, puppies. There we go. So picked up biofossils, and then there's a few over here. Fossil, fossil, fossil. Very nice. Look at those beautiful gemstones. I love those. Fossil, 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 fossil. Fossil Finder 3000. This is why you are absolutely amazing. Look at that, you guys. Did you see how many fossils we dug up from there? Man, and if only I could dig up that gemstone without breaking it. We really do need to make a silk touch pick. That is desperately needed. All right, and I can actually put this ore down for now and mark this so I remember that I was supposed to have like something there. This will be a spot where we can just have the tree roots arching over with deventing. That'll look really good. And I think what I want to do now... Oh, yay, there's one of those pretty gemstones again. I think what I want to do now is I actually want to make sure we get the border done for the bear exhibit, and then I'll work on putting the fencing in, and then everything else will come in so much faster after we do that. So let's see. I need food. I'm gonna starve to death. I need a giraffling sub sandwich now. Stat. They're really filling. These sub sandwiches are amazing. I need to make a lot more of them and share my recipe with all of my friends. All right. So yeah, that's what I'll do is we'll continue like just knocking stuff down. I'll try to find the balance. In fact, I won't even make you guys really like, well, let's see. Because that's part of it. That's the struggle. That's the Seri struggle. making sure you can enjoy the exhibit. If I had time and I hadn't been weeped by my little alarm, then I would try to make it so we could just go ahead and do like a little speed build, but I'll try to balance that in the future. All right. How many of you guys have actually seen black bears, by the way? Because I used to work in the mountains in a flower field, a flower farm, I should say, not a flower field, not like a little frolicking field of flowers. It was actually a flower farm, which is still very, very beautiful, but a lot more practical and involves a lot more hard work than you would think a flower farm had. Really, I think flower farms were in their own way a bit more difficult than when I went to visit a farm that had a whole bunch of chickens and had a whole bunch of produce that they were selling. And I feel like the flower farm was a little bit harder because so many of the flowers were very delicate, fussy things that you had to like hand water and you had to hand mist them with a little mister. And meanwhile, when I would go to like pick up farm supplies or farm equipment from like the friends of my owner, like not my owners, oh my goodness, but you know, like the people who owned the flower field, when I would go, come on, there you are, Ammolite shell, I really wanted it. But when I would go to pick up farm supplies from their farming friends, from the people who owned the flower field, it was like they just had to turn the sprinkler on for their pumpkins and everything was good. And then I was like hand watering 4 times a day these tiny clumps of flowers because heaven forbid the poppy seeds were too fragile to go without having water for like 2 minutes. They were really, really fragile things. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. But I always felt like the flower seeds were a lot fussier than you would have given them credit for. Flower farming was a lot harder than I thought it would be. And it was also very difficult because sometimes the brides, since they did flower farm, since they did material specifically for brides, sometimes the brides would want like a flower that was out of season and they would just lose it. Like they would change their mind 3 days before the wedding. And then my people that I worked for, my bosses, would have been growing specifically like certain flowers for them all season just for that one bouquet. And then the bride would call and be like, no, we're going with teal. I can't bear to look at burgundy ever again. And then it would be like, what are we going to do? Because they would try to do organic local flowers. And so they would be just desperate to try to find something that would fill the requirements. It was amazing. I learned if you ever want to avoid the chaos that sometimes comes inherent with working in the wedding industry, do not be the one to put together the bouquet because it was just amazing. It was very much an experience though. You should definitely have experiences like that in life. What's going on, puppies? Oh my goodness, everybody's starving. Come eat. Oh my goodness. Come here. Get some food. I have fresh chicken. Eat. Alia, eat. Alia. There you go, Alia. All right, there you go. Lily girl. There you go. See, she's just always very upfront about her needs when she needs a little bit of food. But yeah, don't ever work for don't ever make the bouquet if you want to avoid the drama that can sometimes come with people being bridezillas, because it was something else. It was definitely something else, but it was really fun. And I'm of the opinion that now that I'm like nearing 30, even the jobs you really aren't sure about and you're pretty sure you're not going to enjoy, they can have a lot to teach you when you go like through life later. Like the fact that now I know I would definitely not want to put together a wedding bouquet, because I'm sure some people can handle the ups and downs and be able to figure out the right shade of teal at the last second that will still be like local and organic and grown, even if now you're scrambling to find something in your flower fields because all those colors are out of season. Like literally the flowers don't grow that season. I learned that, but some people would really love that. And now I have some fun stories to share. So we've got a good start on our black bear exhibit, you guys. And I really like the tunnel system that we're starting to make and the caves that we're going to put together for the cave paintings. So all of those things are really great. I showed off the awesome additions to the red wolves. I had a heart attack with the alarms in our house going wonky donkey. It's now 1 a.m. for me, but we've gotten a good start. So I'm going to go ahead and finish just kind of doing the landscape landscape work, and I'm going to put the fencing up for the black bear exhibit. And then next time we might put together the big giant tree trunk that I want to offer to the bears, and we might see if we can make a really cool waterfall come down. We'll probably have it be right there, but how cool would it be if we had some more fencing that looked out over the waterfall and through it? That would just be really fun. So I'm going to work on those detail pieces. We should have a lot of fun. I have some gifts from Nirne I need to show off, and we've got some puppies who are in need of a bath. So the exhibit building begins, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.